All right, this is a bee hive. This is what beekeepers use to keep their bees in. And this is a frame. And you can see that the frame comes with plastic insert. And then the bees build up on the frame wax. And then they lay their eggs in there. They put the honey in there. They put the pollen. That's what they keep in there. And then the beekeeper comes along and pulls the hive out, or the frame out, and they check for to see if the hive is healthy. And what they're looking for is they're looking to see if there's eggs in there. They're looking for the queen. If the queen's in there, the hive is healthy. If they can't find the queen, but they can see eggs, they know that the queen was there recently. So basically that's what they're doing when they're pulling it apart. They're making sure that their hive is healthy. And what they use these for is they use these for pollinating the trees for the farmers. So the trees will bear fruit, so we can have fruit at the grocery store. And then these are the various tools. This is for pulling the frames out. And if you have them really stuck, this is a hive tool, so you can pry it apart, because they kind of glue it all together with something called propolis. It's another thing that the bees make. It's very healthy for you. There's a lot of good, healthy ingredients in this hive. You have honey, you have pollen, you have propolis. They're all very good for you. Good for if you have allergies, it'll help you with that. And this is what you get out of the hive. It's honey. There's a tool, so when you pull your frame up and you want to check for the eggs, you have to sweep all the bees off, and then you can see if they have eggs or what stage the larvae is in, because there's several stages. When the beekeeper goes out to check the hive, he's going to want to open the hive, but sometimes the bees can be pretty aggressive. So what he does is he puts burlap inside the smoker and he lights it on fire, and then he squeezes it, and smoke comes out onto the hive, and it kind of makes the bees kind of settle down so he can get in there and not be attacked. Sometimes, even though he has protective gear, sometimes the bees are so aggressive they can get in there. But if you're using a smoker, it makes things a lot better. Home looking thing is like when this is completely full of honey, it looks a little different. It's called capped honey. So the top of it's going to be capped with wax. In order to get the wax out, you're going to have to scrape that cap off, and then you can either just turn the frame upside down and let it run out, which is kind of a slow way to do it, or you can put it in a tool called a centrifuge. It looks like a big washing machine. They put all the frames in there and they turn it on. It spins around real fast, and the honey slings out to the wall and it goes down to the bottom, and then they have barrels that it runs down into, so they get their honey that way. There's 3 types of bees in a beehive. There's male bees, there's female bees, and there's queen bees. The male bees, they are there to reproduce with the queen. The female bees are the worker bees. They do everything. They're kind of like the boss. So they go out and get all the food, bring it back, put it in the hive. And the queen's job is simply just to lay eggs. So the female bee pretty much calls the shots. So if they want more eggs, then they let the queen bee know, and then she'll produce more eggs.